Welcome to question 25. It says a group of hikers climb from Salt Flats, where the elevation is negative 55 feet, to Talon Bluff, the elevation 620 feet. What is the difference in elevation between Talon Bluff and Salt Falls? So difference in elevation, we're going to be thinking subtracting the elevations of these things. I'll draw a little picture here. We'll say that this is Salt Flats down here. Always a good idea in math to draw a picture whenever you can. And then Talon Bluff, we'll say that's going to be quite a hike. Maybe we got some switchbacks going here, something like that. So here's Talon Bluff up here. Just be careful hiking up something like that. If you're going vertically up something like that, we're going to say there's a trail coming this way. Elevation wise, this is sea level, or this is zero. That is a terrible flat line, but pretend that's a totally flat line. This is at sea level right here, this green line. So is it possible for land to be below sea level? Well, sure. If you think of Death Valley, if you've ever heard of Death Valley before, that's it is the lowest elevation on the Western Hemisphere. I think there's some lower places over in Israel, lower elevations where you have elevations below sea level, but it's possible to have this negative 55 foot below sea level elevation. Talon Bluff up here is 620 feet. And so the difference from this at negative 55 up to 620, there's a couple different ways we can think about this. We can think of from here to here, this little bit is going to be 55 feet. Going from negative 55 up to sea level, up to, this is 0 feet. 0 feet of elevation right there. And if we move up from there up to the Talon Bluff level, this is another, from 0 up to 620, this is another 620 feet. So really we're adding these two things together. We're taking 55 and 620 and adding them together. Now, I said in the beginning of this video, I talked about the difference of numbers. I'll get there in a second. So I'm showing you a pictorial way to think about this. This would be 5, this would be 7, this would be 6, so 675 feet. Now if you think about the difference in elevation, we'd be taking the big number, 620, minus the small number. But the small number is a negative number, so you have 620 minus negative 55. So really I think this is a good way to show why we change minus a negative to a positive. 620 plus 55 is the same thing as 620 minus negative 55. We already did the work for that, so I don't feel like I need to show you that again. We know either way you do this problem, you're going to get 675 feet. Your final answer for 25 is choice D.